Hi, this is John.
This is Mrunal.
And this is Nikkhil Advani, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
We have with us the team of Batla House, Nikkhil Advani, Mrunal Thakur, and one and only one, John Abraham, who's wearing a wonderful t-shirt. Pleasure having you guys on
Thank
board
you.
Hungama.
Thank you.
Great
Thank
t-shirt,
you.
man.
Thank you, Faridoon.
All right, so Nikkhil Advani, tell us how excited are you about Batla House and how important is it in your filmography?
I'm so excited and I'm so important it is that I've actually combed my hair after 20 years. Most people cannot believe that I've actually combed my hair. Right? I don't. When my family watches, they'll say, "Who's this guy?" Right. So for your interview, Faridoon, I have trimmed my beard and I've combed my hair. I'm looking
And you've grown a beard because that's a newer thing as well.
No. My daughter is 12 years old and she has said she's never seen my chin. So it's been there for 12 years.
Beard.
But the level of
the level is now, I just felt that I should be like a cool director.
I felt like David Letterman is walking in and so
David Letterman is not.
No, the beard. I'm talking about the beard. No. All right, so John, tell us how crucial is Batla House for you? Looks very interesting. The mounting is wonderful.
Every film is crucial. We're just very excited about Batla House as a team because it's a story we wanted to tell, and it's a story which we wanted for people to debate when they walk out. And I think it's going to do exactly that.
After Super 30, you're having another big film. How crucial is it for you? And are you enjoying the stardom that is coming with your way post Super 30?
I think it's too early to talk about stardom. I'm just, everything is the same. People are asking me.
It's a 100 crore film, has done very well. It's still running in the theatres.
Yes. Well, my only aim is to make sure that, the audience get convinced with my character. So I'm so happy to come up with Batla and, working with Nikkhil has always been my dream and John is so supportive. So I'm very happy to be in this space and can't wait for the audience to watch the films.
Right, and we would like to wish her belated happy birthday.
Thank you.
She just had a birthday recently.
Yeah, we were there in Delhi.
Yeah, we were Delhi. Yeah, it was day one celebrating and promoting the film at the same time. First time it has happened that I'm doing what I love doing on my birthday. So
that's
working.
That's wonderful. Okay, so he speaks about the debate part for Batla House. So when the debate comes in, so both the sides are taken. So one side is saying that it was a very crucial and important encounter. The National Human Rights Commission as well cleared it once it went for them, and but then there's another side which says that it was not a fair encounter. So how do you look at this debate?
Well, that's what the film is about, literally, Faridoon, at the end of the day, right? In the sense that when Ritesh Shah, who worked with me on D-Day and he worked with me on Airlift, and he's well-renowned writer, he's written Pink and Raid, etc. He was an ex-student of Jamia. I did not know anything about what the Batla House encounter. I had no clue about it. I mean, if you ask people from Mumbai, they will only tell you, they'll be very animated when they tell you that when 26/11 happened in this country, in the city, I was here, I was doing this when the first messages started coming in, etc., etc., etc. So everybody has a before pre-26/11 and post-26/11. Very much if you speak to people in Manhattan, there were pre-9/11 and a post-9/11. In Delhi, it's Batla House, right? And I felt that this story needed to be told because it actually is talking about some people who got it very, very wrong or got it very right? And an injustice that happened, or maybe justice was delivered. So it's so conflicted, and that is what you're looking for in a story. In any case, when we start writing normal stories, normal stories, whether it is Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, whether it is a Super 30, whether it is an Article 15, whether any kind of film, as a writer, you're looking for conflict in the film and you're looking for conflict in the characters, right? And that existed in the real life in this incident, right? So now we need to draw inspiration from this incident because it's not a documentary. We are not really actually just saying this is what happened and we know what happened and this is what happened and we don't know what happened, right? We are saying so we have we drew from real life characters, we embellished certain things, we fictionalized certain things, and then Ritesh wrote a script that is kick-ass in the sense that it just makes you sit edge of the seat. I know I saw the film, and I mean I'm not saying it because I made the film. I saw the film that day without any background music, without any kind of VFX or whatever. I just sat and watched it, and it was holding. So that's a great feeling to have, right? And then of course then the advantage to that is that it hopefully will start a debate about where are we today? In the sense, how is opinions that everybody seems to have are being considered as facts? Right? We forgot that. I mean, everybody started screaming and shouting, and everybody making noise about this is right. We know the Delhi police always do this. They always target minority students. The protesters said that the Delhi police said that no, we got it right this time. We had done 2 years of investigation. There was just suddenly people were saying right, wrong, right. Political parties got involved, media got involved, and somewhere the truth got lost. Right? The truth that is connected to a 6-time presidential gallantry award winner who became a murderer in one instant. He suffered from PTSD, almost killed himself, and students who were suddenly said that no, these guys are not just students, they were all brainwashed and they were all terrorists. So we had to show both sides of the story. And was there enough? No, we said no. We have to also show the side of the story which was finally accepted by the court. And that's when we can say, okay, this is now we've covered everything. But now I still feel, Faridoon, people will still say, no, you didn't get it right.
I think Shehzad was one of the guys
Yeah.
who was killed, and his sister, she
Yeah.
kept on fighting for it for some time.
See, I'm looking at the macro view, and I think a good film should bring up debate. If you effect debate, it's fantastic. If you don't effect debate, then you're in trouble. So I think a good film must raise questions, and that's what Batla House does.
Your last film, Raw, it had this point of view that it's very easy to label people that aap Pakistani ho, aap traitor ho, ya phir aap something else ho. And I personally felt it showcased that beautifully in a very
Thank you.
objective manner.
Thank you.
So ultimately, it is like either you love the country or you don't. So it's not about your religion or anything. It ideally should not matter. So it presented things in a very objective manner.
Yeah.
So if this is the film that is coming right after that, so how do you look at the character which is you're playing in Raw, the way maybe he looks at the character that you're playing in Batla House?
I think the one similarity between the two characters is there's undying love for the country. I mean, if you look at that one similarity, in Raw it was less spoken, it was more done. Here, there's a lot more conflict because the biggest conflict is him being questioned by his own country in this film. Him being questioned by his own people, by his own department, him being questioned by the dirty politics that was played after Batla House. If you see all the politicians, so I think though they were completely different characters in different eras of time, there's one similarity that ran between them is there was undying love for the country.
There are always, I think, two sides to the same coin, and at one side, maybe if there is politics and maybe which is not right, sometimes it is being propelled as well and maybe fueled as well. But at the same time, there are people who tend to appease, and I think both are equally harmful.
Yeah, so
Either the appeasement part or the fueling part.
Yes, to answer your question, not one side that's playing politics, it's both sides that's
Yeah,
playing
it is.
politics.
It is exactly.
Right? I mean,
and
today,
both
today-
are harmful.
Yeah, so today everything is agenda driven. Everything today. I'm not talking about 11 years ago when the Batla House encounter happened. I'm talking about today, and that's why I feel that the film is so relevant even today because it talks about the fact that listen, do we know all the facts before we start outraging? You know, before we start making our judgment and for passing judgment, do we know all the facts? Is everything being presented to us? It's not. Opinions are being presented to us, and opinions are suddenly being and the more it gets passed down, suddenly that opinion. Nobody is saying that it was this person's opinion. Everybody's saying, I know this is a fact. You know, so that's a big. I mean, it's a very dangerous slope. It's a very slippery slope.
And tell us about your character in the film.
I'm playing Nandita in the film. Sanjay Ji's wife, at the same time a journalist who has to cover the incidents, keeping back in my mind that yes, I do have personal problems with my husband, but at the same time I have to report the story. A lot of journalists go through. I keep repeating this because it's the journey of a journalist. They find a story, they work on it, they make a draft, they present it to the team to approve it so that they can present in front of the audience. But in the midst of that, how this story gets sensationalized. There's a lot of competition. Of course, there are rival channels for the heck of TRP. You have to be in the game. So somehow, it kind of, this character, Nandita, she kind of stands for herself. She's not the person who's going to be like, okay, I'm doing it for the, if it is a no, it's a no. How she in a way, you know, everybody needs a support or a push. How she helps Sanjay ji to cope up with all the pressures that he's going through. Suddenly, you know, suddenly an officer who's got many gallantry medals, at the same time he's been proved to be a murderer. You know, that's the point where I feel, when Nandita feels that yes, this is the time where he needs me, and she stays back. And that's the journey of, that's a beautiful story. I mean, I was very happy to play the character.
Which is also it's fact is stranger than fiction, right? So when you're writing a film and your protagonist is a super cop or a cop or whatever, and you say, okay, what should I make the wife? And then somebody turns around and says, okay, let's do journalist banate hain. And you feel that this is so cliched. Cop hai aur uski wife journalist hai, you know, but it's true. One is a cop and the other is a journalist. She's an anchor person, and she had to sit inside conferences and she had to sit inside meetings where journalistic integrity was being stretched, right? And people were saying no, but yesterday we took the side of the cops, today we'll take the side of the students. And she had to actually sit on an anchor desk and present and say ki, you know,
Aapka personal bias, you know, it's not going to prove that what exactly happened in that room. So you just keep this personal bias away and present the news in front of the audience.
but who's going to allow you to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, from a film perspective, I'm sure the script must be like can be very interesting if you read about it. And I think there was Inspector Chand Sharma, from what I understand.
Mohan Chand Sharma.
Mohan Chand Sharma, and he passed away. So the allegations that maybe he was shot by his own men, and I think it can be very interesting. I don't know whether all that is part of the film or
It's
not.
very much part
It
of
is.
It is. So who's playing Chand?
So that's what Nikhil is saying, you know, Faridoon. Let's take out the fact that it's a true incident. Let's keep it aside. If he had to present a fictitious story which had the same story, it would make for a very intriguing thriller. So this film works whether you're interested or whether you're not interested in the Batla House incident. This film works. So for a normal audience, your audience, a Bollywood Hungama audience that wants to go in and see something that's really exciting, intriguing, engaging,
edge
of the seat, they'll enjoy this.
I mean, you have to give credit to Ritesh. I mean, we three of us are sitting over here. Actually, the person who you need to be interviewing, and I hope you will interview him after the film releases, is Ritesh. I mean, he took this account, which was so conflicted and so polarized, and he said, listen, I'm going to write a great thriller from this, right? And it is. So when you're asking me this question, if you're looking for, yes, very much. I mean, you cannot make the story of the Batla House without talking about the politics that were involved and without talking about the rumors that were involved, right? There were several things, whether it was interdepartmental rivalry, whether the police went and did what they had to do, you shot one of their own. Everything had to be spoken about, but remove the real life from it. Just remove it. And I mean, when we showed it, when I showed the film within my office to a lot of the younger directors in my office, and I removed and they watched it and they say, you know, Nikhil, you have about a 40-second prologue to the film, which puts in context of everything that happened before the encounter.
Yeah.
Which is the blast, etc.
blast, five blasts.
12 serial blasts in 12 different countries, cities, etc., etc. Remove all that.
5 in Delhi.
Yeah, 5 in Delhi. And you remove everything away, and you just watch the film from the first shot of the film. Remove the prologue. They said it's a thriller. You're guessing every single which way are you going. Just when you think that these guys are students, the Delhi police basically got it. Just when you think that these guys are terrorists, I show a scene where the Delhi police has no evidence. They have no evidence. They have no eyewitness. They have nothing. Right? Suddenly, did they get it right? So he has just written a supreme script. You know, which is the first thing actually when you're thinking about making a film, is what you are hoping to get.
After this intense discussion, we have something light. So we have this quiz on films made in Bollywood on real life incidents, and we would like to know that how well do you guys know it. And there's a very fine Bluetooth speaker that you guys can win for
Lovely.
it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so people are literally
You're winning it for
yeah,
sure.
it's like it's something that is worth fighting for. So the idea is that I'll give you the question. There are no options. So whoever goes for it first, and if the answer is right, wins it. If neither of you gets it right, then I can give you one hint. Without a hint, the point is 3. If you get it with one hint, 2 points. If you get it with 2 hints, then it is 1 point.
Okay.
The first one is No One Killed Jessica, starring Rani Mukherjee, was based on the model Jessica Lal murder case.
Yeah.
Who was the another lead actress?
Oh wow.
Yeah, Vidya Balan.
Vidya Balan.
Vidya.
He's right. He's right. So he's got
I
3
just said it
points.
sooner
Vidya.
than everybody else.
The second one is identify this movie that showcases the events that led up to the Bombay blast of '93 and the subsequent police investigation.
Black Friday.
So he's right. So 3-all. Mrunal, you'll have to open your account quickly.
Okay.
So 3-all with Nikkhil Advani and John Abraham. Aligarh, starring Manoj Bajpayee in lead, showcases
Gully
the
Gully. Acha, no.
story of
Aligarh.
Professor Srinivas Ramchandra Seras of the AMU, who was suspended from the college on the grounds of his sexual orientation. Who was the another lead?
Rajkumar
Raj.
Rao.
Rajkumar Rao.
He got it. He got 6,
Okay.
3, and Mrunal has to open her
0.
account. Yeah.
Okay.
So the idea is that you have to be quick.
Yeah, we
So
knew-
you knew the answer.
No,
the only thing
it's
is
just that I'm not quick.
But
Yeah, so-
the problem is that you are competing with two people who pretend they're not competitive at all, but they're extremely.
the speaker is really divine. Trust me. So it's worth fighting for. Identify this critically acclaimed Irfan Khan starrer film based on
Singh Tomar.
the 2008 Noida double murder case.
Talwar.
Talwar.
She got it.
I got it.
So
Thank God.
she's opened her account 633. This is
You know, I feel
very
so
interesting.
pressurized.
This is very interesting.
I mean, how many more questions are there?
Ji,
How many more
Until
questions?
I win.
that's a good one. 6 more questions. So I think
Okay.
it can go either ways.
Okay.
This is very easy.
my
Rajkumar
God.
Rao won National Film Award for Best Actor for his
Yeah.
performance in this film based on the life of lawyer
Yeah,
and human
Newton.
rights.
Shahid.
Newton.
Shahid.
He got it
Sorry.
right.
इतने film करे.
He got it right. So 6-all and 3. Not bad. Not bad. This is interesting.
I can see
My
me
God,
losing
why
now.
am I shivering? Okay.
You can still make a comeback. 5 more questions to go. This Akshay Kumar starrer showcases the story of a group of individuals who posed as CBI
History.
officers
Rustom ji.
Special
Special. Oh
and-
God.
Police.
wait,
Oh
and
God.
executed a fake income tax raid in a
Tribhuvan
jewelry
Das
shop in
Zaveri.
Mumbai. Who was the director of the film?
Neeraj Pandey.
Neeraj Pandey.
He got it right. So 9, 6, and 3.
I just want to stay in the lead so I can breathe till the other 2 questions happen. Then I'll come back into my alerts and
G. Film Sarabjit starring Randeep Hooda and Aishwarya Rai was based on the life of an Indian man who was sentenced to death by the Supreme Court of Pakistan in 1991. Which actress played
Aishwarya.
the role
Richa.
Richa
of
Chadda.
his wife? She got it right.
He said Ash, so I had to say Richa.
Got it right. 9, 6, and 6.
6.
So anyone can still win it. 3 more to go.
How many more questions?
3 more.
3 more to go.
Oh, so anybody can win
Competition.
it.
Yeah, anybody can win it.
This one is slightly tough.
Good.
The Ghazi attack was based on the mysterious sinking of PNS
Shani
Ghazi
Mata.
during Indo-Pakistan War of 1971. Which popular actor had narrated the Hindi version
Rana Daggubati.
of this film? Narrated.
Oh, narrator.
Narrator.
Amitabh Bachchan.
He's right.
Okay.
He's right. So
Sure?
9 all.
You? Okay.
No, narrator
Nine-
means who.
Narrator.
who-
I know, that's why.
9
Narrator.
and she's got
Yeah.
6. Right?
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how many more
9
questions
all-
are left?
2 more.
2 more to go.
Oh my God.
So it's like
So what is
it's a cliffhanger. Even she can win. Even she can still win it. Okay,
This is
जिंदगी तो
Rafa versus Roger Federer.
जिंदगी हो तो स्मगलर जैसी सारी दुनिया राख की तरह नीचे और खुद धुएं की तरह ऊपर. Identify the movie.
Shoot out a...
Nahi.
Nahi.
Once upon a time in
He's a
Mumbai.
gangster.
He's right.
Yeah, okay.
He's right. So 12, 9, and 6. So this
Last question?
This is last question.
No, it's...
So it's
so
valid.
one
Come on,
left,
let's go for it. Last question.
Yeah, thank
Come
you
on,
for
let's
the
do this.
sir. Thank you.
Okay,
You can at least equal me.
this is very easy. It's just that who gets it first? Even she may get it first. Abhishek Bachchan and Aishwarya Rai's film Guru was loosely
Guru.
based on
Dhirubhai
the life
Ambani.
of Dhirubhai Ambani.
Yeah. Okay, question lies here.
Who was the director of the film?
Maniratnam. All of us. No. Faridoon, you have to give this to me.
No, I think he got it first. He was first
12.
of the month.
We'll share the
But
speaker.
we'll give
12
her
Rashik.
all. 12 all. Do we have a tiebreaker question? Because I don't have any questions left.
But what is she on? 6?
She's 6. Yeah.
6.
She's 6.
Crush it,
12,
crush it.
6.
Aadha kar de.
Okay.
No, we don't.
Na tera, na
You
mera.
don't? So I think we'll have to give it to John Abraham. And so Mrunal, if you can please.
You and Mrunal. We hand it over to Mrunal. Both of us are handing
Nahi,
over.
nahi, you
Mrunal.
both are deserving.
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Yay!
Rapid fire with Nikkhil Advani. Whom would you go for career advice?
Sudhir Mishra.
What do you want to be remembered for?
D-Day.
One quality that the following people have that others don't have. John Abraham.
Honesty.
You mean to say other people are not honest?
No. Yeah. Answered your question.
Akshay Kumar.
Humor.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Passion.
Salman Khan.
I can't say it in one word. He will always be there for you.
An actor you'd like to work with next.
I'm working with John Abraham next.
Describe your following films in one word. Kal Ho Na Ho.
Debut.
Patiala House.
Underachiever. Underperformer.
Salame-e-Ishq.
Arrogance.
D-Day.
Lifesaver.
Batla House.
Legacy.
What would biopics based on the following people be named? John Abraham.
Baba.
Baba. I know.
Okay. Farhan Akhtar.
Dil Chahta Hai.
Priyanka Chopra.
PC.
Ye ya wo. Either or if you have to pick one. Best experience. Assisting Karan Johar on Kuch Kuch Hota Hai ya assisting Aditya Chopra on Mohabbatein.
Karan Joran kuch kuch hota hai.
He was the assistant director on both the.
Yeah.
That's interesting. The guy who did a cameo in Kuch Kuch Hota Hai during Neelam show ya the guy who directed Kal Ho Na Ho.
The guy who directed Kalona.
John in Satyamev Jayate ya John in Batla House.
John in Batla House.
SRK in Kuch Kuch Hota Hai ya SRK in Kal Ho Na Ho.
SRK in Kalona.
John as a producer ya John as an actor.
John as a producer.
Acha, so he's a good producer.
Because John as a producer allows me to do the films that I want to make.
Ooh.
Rapid fire with Mrunal Thakur. What is the first thing you notice about John Abraham when you met him for the first time?
What's the first thing his muscles, of course.
His muscles. All right.
I'll be silly if I don't say that.
Yeah. Your favorite song from the movie Batla House?
Rola Deya. Because it just pierces here somehow.
G.
Yeah.
I think lyrics is very fine.
Yeah.
If you had access to a time machine, where and when would you go?
Madhubala's era and Sharmila Tagore. I wanted to be sharing that screen space. You know, when you watch her, you just want to be there with her.
Ah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Last film you watched?
So many are, my God, just blank. But so many.
If your Swamvar is going to take place today, name 3 people from the industry you would love to have a contest for you.
I love it. Well, 3, right?
G.
One, Hugh Jackman,
Mm-hmm.
Aditya Roy Kapoor. Why am I blushing?
So Hugh Jackman is not exactly from
He's-
this industry,
You
but
make him do a Hindi film, yeah, don't worry, chal.
कोई नहीं आ जाएगा.
okay, you can. do.
Undoubtedly the handsomest man there.
Yeah.
So Hugh Jackman, Aditya Roy Kapoor, hai?
Ritik.
If you can describe the following people in one word, please. Ritik Roshan,
Ritik Roshan, charming,
John Abraham,
lovely,
Nikkhil Advani,
sweetheart.
Senile, she said. What she said?
Sweetheart.
Oh.
What you heard? I heard something else.
He had senile, huh?
No, I said sweetheart.
Vikas Behal.
Sweet.
What is your favorite John Abraham film from the following? Dhoom, Dostana, Force, Shooter at Wadala, Satyamev Jayate.
Dostana.
Dostana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that was so unexpected. Like I never thought John would.
Because of the yellow speedos, yeah.
I was
End of
coming to that.
discussion.
Coming to that.
I wear speedos. Anyway,
An actor you're dying to work with next.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Ye ya wo.
Ji.
Alia ya Deepika, your favorite.
Alia.
Acting lessons from SRK or fitness lessons from Salman.
Acting lessons from SRK.
Online shopping or shopping in a store.
Online.
Fruits or vegetables.
Fruits. Anytime.
Ritik Roshan or John Abraham.
Oh no, this is a trap. Both. I want both.
Biopics or films inspired by true events.
Inspired by true events.
Newspapers or online blogs.
Newspapers.
Rapid fire with John Abraham. Any 3 ways, according to you, we can end terrorism completely?
You cannot. There are different kinds of terrorism, so you cannot end terrorism.
If you were a journalist, what is the one thing you would like to ask the following people? Akshay Kumar.
How do you sign so many films?
How do you sign so
So
many
many
films
films.
and manage to do them as well?
And manage to do that. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. He's a workhorse.
Anis Bazmi, if you have to ask him.
You're so gifted. You're so gifted. Where do you get those funny lines from? He's got the best funny lines in the industry.
If you have to ask something to Milab Zaveri,
How do you manage to smile even though you know your cards are down? You always are smiling. You're just smiling, smiling, smiling. It's amazing. Even when he says he's got slapped on his face, he's like, I got slapped. That's Milab for you. A lovely guy. He's amazing. He's amazing. You got to learn a lot from him.
if you have to ask anything to Deepika Padukone,
Anything to ask Deepika? I'll tell her something. I'll tell her you've got fantastic parents. Her father's probably the best, one of the best men I've met. Fantastic.
Mr. Prakash
Great
Padukone.
upbringing. Yeah.
Prakash Padukone. According to you, rank in order the following films which is based on encounter, terrorism, true events. The ones that what you feel is best. Ab Tak Chappan, Sarfarosh, Black Friday, or Wednesday.
I think Black Friday tops that list. Sarfarosh, fantastic. Ab Tak Chappan and Wednesday together at the base.
What movie title describes your life?
Simple.
Simple. If you could bring back any trend from the past, what would it be?
I think the bell bottoms.
Describe the following films in one word, please. Dhoom,
Iconic.
Force,
Testosterone.
Desi Boys,
Stripping.
Wiki Donor.
Absolutely generous.
So he's just literally coasting along, yeah?
Because, I mean, come on, man.
This is like,
You said the speaker's good. That's why I'm doing all this. I wouldn't do it otherwise. I'll gift it to Nikkhil.
Satyamev Jayate.
Commercial.
Ye ya wo. Best biopic, MS Dhoni ya Bhag Milka Bhag.
Bhag Milka.
John the Gangster ya John the Police Officer.
Both. Honestly, both.
Favorite film, Shootout at Wadala ya Satyamev Jayate.
Say Shootout because it was my first.
Manya Surve from Shootout at Wadala ya Kabir from Dhoom.
Kabir from Dhoom.
Dostana ya Garam Masala.
Have you noticed I'm going back in time?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
But I think Dhoom, you've always been very fond of
Yeah.
that movie. Dostana ya Garam Masala.
That's a tough one. I'd say Garam Masala. When I see it today, I still laugh. It's so sweet, it's so
Entertaining.
cute, and it's so entertaining.
Right.
Yeah, it's lovely. And Garam Masala simply because it taught me how to get my comic timing right.
You've said that before.
Yeah,
You've said that as well.
Priyan is fantastic.
it's fantastic.
Yeah, he is. So I think, generally I ask people around and I think there is no contest, to be honest. So I think John Abraham, by virtue of a few of the epic answers that he has given, I think he wins it hands down. I'm sure that you guys will agree as well.
Nikhil's just very disappointed. He's saying one speaker.
I think he was damn good. I think he was.
He just cannot believe it. He's saying, why was I so stupid?
No, I think Nikhil will give it to you.
So that's making it worse for him. Nikhil, you want to keep
No,
it.
please.
Yeah. See, this is what I get to lose.
Hi, this is John.
This is Mrunal.
And this is Nikkhil Advani, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.